Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 25 Chesterfield career mode. I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys who liked my video, watched my video, or doing anything positive to the channel. I really do appreciate it. I just want to put it out there. This is going to be not a daily upload. I just got to put it out there. As you all know, or some of you guys might have known, that I do have a full-time job. So it's a little bit tough, nowadays to being able to play this game, record it, edit it, and also going to my 9 to 5 job as well. And even though during my weekends, I'm still unavailable with my private life. So that is why if there's one day where I didn't have a video being put out there, then just so you know, I might be busy. But just so you know, I didn't forget about this channel. So here I am, doing a back-to-back upload. I haven't done this since April. And again, a Chesterfield career mode. A lot of you guys might be wondering why I want to go to that route. Like I said, I'm sure I didn't mention about that in my first episode. I was thinking about doing a Venezia career mode in Italy. But for some reason, I was playing that game, I think. There are multiple occasions playing against Roma, playing against Juventus. I think I was able to beat them 4-0. With a pretty decent sizable budget, but somehow it just wasn't realistic enough until I kind of took a break from FC 25 in general, playing other games, especially Call of Duty. And then right now, I think maybe a couple weeks ago, I started doing the Arsenal career mode on my own offline. Just get the gist out of it. Haven't played that game for a while. Certainly do miss playing it. And guess what? It turns out it took me about 3 to 4 seasons to achieve what I really wanted to achieve, which is winning the Champions League and also the Premier League in the same exact season. And the gameplay is much more difficult than before for some reason. So I think because of that, it makes me wonder, I think it's challenging enough to start doing career mode again. And here I am doing Chesterfield career mode League 2. It is going to be a very long, would you say a long series? I would say so. But the fact that I'm doing a post commentary says it all. What I'm trying to do here is that, League 2, League 1 Championship, I'll be doing a post commentary, so something like this. And until we reach the Premier League, then I'll start doing the live commentary. So as you guys can see, Jamie Grims, I believe he is the captain of Chesterfield, I've accepted a bid for him. And honestly, at this point, with the place that we have, everybody who's free to go. It is a rebuild, eventually trying to focus this career mode on the youth academy perspective, being able to call up players, being able to use them, allow them to grow, and hopefully it turns out to be one of the best regions in the game. And that's exactly what we're doing. So far in the first game, we beat whatever that team was, Walsall, I believe, so 2-0, and a very clean victory. And later on right now, in the second game, we are in the League 2 again against Port Vale, and taking 1-0 here. And later on, Oakblich, I still don't know how to pronounce his name, somehow toe poked that one in. That's a very good finish, 48 minutes in. And later on, here comes Port Vale, driving down the left-hand side. Here comes Sherrock, cuts it inside, and it looks like defending, we still need to do a little bit more work. Whether we're going to sign players or promote from within, and I think that is something that we really have to work on. Look at that. It's quite exposed at the back there. But look at this guy. Number 19. I thought it was a woman at first, but it is a guy with the beautiful ponytail. I thought it was David Seaman for a second, but I don't think David Seaman has a long ponytail like that. But out of nowhere, 78 minutes in, we were up by 2-0. Very comfortable start. Somehow losing 3 goals in a row. And I think we might be exposed after this game, but later on, 82 minutes in, Duffy coming off the bench and scored the equalizer to make it 3-3. And not the type of game that I won, but at the same time, I am not going to go down without a fight. But again, we still have one more chance here. in the second half. And here is Duffy, cuts it inside to the middle, trying to place that one perfectly to the right-hand corner. Didn't quite work out, but the ball bounces back in. We have to rebound. Here comes Dobra, turning, finding solution. And here's Duffy again. Play ball through to Bippel, the Canadian. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper makes a good save to make it 3-3 in the end. So this is our first official drop point of the season. Again, we shouldn't have lost, or we shouldn't have dropped points in this game. Later on, we're playing against Harrogate at home for the third game. 23rd minutes in, we got made a lot of rotations here. By the way, 46 league games in the season for League 2. Plus, there's a bunch of cup games going on. I think there's something called BSM, BFH. It was supposed to be Papa John's Trophy a long time ago, but I guess they changed the rights to it. But right now we got Carabao Cup, so we just got to start making a lot of changes. We need a big squad for League 2 or for any championship teams. You need a big squad to make sure that, you know, in case players are overplayed, they're injured, at least you still have a little bit of quality on the bench. But to be honest, when you play against League 2, there's not much quality going on here. So I have to be able to keep a lot of players ranging from 55 rated to 60 rated. And it's so hard to, balance some of the players here. And later on, Ollie Banks came off. He is a central defensive midfielder, by the way, and I put him as a box-to-box midfielder, or perhaps a playmaker, right center midfielder position. Has done really well, scored 2 goals, and put us through to round 2 of the Carabao Cup. We got ourselves a long journey in the cup competition, and also in the season as well. At least we have to play 60 games at least, if everything goes through. But right here, on the last 10 hours of transfer window, we have received a bid for Ronaldo, I think that's how you pronounce his name, the Australian 51 rated goalkeeper. I was wondering, we have Thompson in goal. He is on loan from Newcastle. I just instantly know that in this game, goalkeeper barely, if not never, gets injured. So I was like, guess what? I'm just going to sell my goalkeeper. Gotta make sure we gotta raise that funds a little bit more to help us to sign a midfielder. I think that is what we need at the moment. We're quite depleted in that area. We got 3 to 4 the central defensive midfielder, but we don't have enough central midfielder with an attacking mindset. So we gotta figure that out later on. So we got Accrington here. Very good football here. Young, our newly signed striker, have scored. So maybe 1-0. Guys, by the way, I just finished dinner, so that's why I'm on the verge of getting a hiccup or getting a burp coming on. So if I was silent for a while, please be, understanding about it. Woods have scored for Accrington Stanley, makes it 1-1 later on. Young is through, and he has made it 2-1. It's a very clinical finisher. That is exactly why we signed him. He's relatively young still, 27-year-old, a guy arriving to his prime. We need something like that, because he was down to his last year of his contract. I was able to get him on a free, and Noyo, a newly signed right back, have scored. It was a good finish, arriving in the box, well, right outside the box, in the middle, and that's what you need from your defensive player sometimes, just being able to storm in and start making shots. And later on, last 10 hours of the transfer window, we have decided to sign a player, Mansfield, central midfielder from Australia, Keanu Buckes, down to his last year of his contract. I thought I could get him, around 600K, but unfortunately, we had to settle on that 800K. It's a little bit more pricier than I thought it would be. Ronaldo, the goalkeeper, has gone to whatever club that was, so which left us with, pretty good squad depth in every area except goalkeeper. And by the way, Armando Dobra, a player that I'm very excited to use him this season, because he's only 23 63 rated. I'm sure he can grow to about 70 rated. But the fact that a release clause has been triggered literally during the last hour of the transfer window, it looks like he will be heading in January. But at the same time, he cost quite a bit of money, 1.3 million, not a lot, but for our budget, that is pretty good. So in September right now, we have received a few reports coming in. I think I gotta start, trimming this part of the video a little bit shorter, because again, I don't think any of you guys would pay attention to the type of players that I rejected. But as of right now, we got some really good players, especially Anderson, the central defensive midfielder, 61 rated, with a relatively high potential range. But Connor Nash seems to be very good, ranging from 80 to 94 potential. But he's still 14-year-old. So a long way to go. And by the way, we are playing against Arsenal in the next episode in the Carabao Cup. So not exactly what I want in the cup competition, but it looks like they are going to be one of the big boys we will have to play against. So this is the cup that I am told is supposed to be Papa John's Cup or a trophy, but right now it's changed to BSM Trophy. So I guess it's the same thing, same format. You know, I don't know how it works, but one area is dissected into 3 groups. I mean, a bunch of groups actually, more than 3. And a teams of 3, and you just gotta battle it out. 6 games, 3 games, 4 games, something like that. But we got NP Dawn, so it's just not too tough. But we scored a first goal later on, conceding a 1-1 goal. But later on, Carl Clough makes a good interception. Try to, sets it back to the middle to Buckets, and he has scored his first goal for the club. I think he is going to be really good. By the way, he has very high stamina, so the fact that being able to use him almost every single game without tearing him down could be good. But later on, Kolkov, what a finish right there. Smash that one to top left corner to make it 3-1. Game is seemingly coming to an end, but in the last 8 minutes, unfortunately, we have given up a penalty, and later on, Orsi, the number 21, have scored, converted from the penalty spot to make it 4-2. And later on, Daley Campbell, who is our 3rd choice right back, barely made any appearances so far. And I think this could be his first game of the season, but he smashed that one in. Didn't put too much power, but the placement right there was absolutely perfect to make it 4-2. Later on, last 1 minute, I think defensively we just completely get caught off guard. Made it 4-3, winning our first game of the BSM Trophy. And later on, Dobra, like I said, has been sold. Release clause has been triggered. 1.25 million will be in the bank. And later on, he has expressed the fact that, you know what, Gaffer, I'm gone, but I will still give you 100%. So you know what, I will still keep him in the squad right now. Later on, League 2, a very good finish right there. Salford City. And guess who scored? Nazarenko. I think my plan for this guy is I'll use him in the first season. If we receive a very good bid for him in the second season, I'll let him go. I think he's too good for League 2 at the moment. He's scoring in other goals. He's only tap in. But having quality, being at the right place at the right time, shows why he's a quality player. And he shouldn't be in League 2, anywhere near to League 2. But the episode comes to an end. So far, we're off to a very good start, actually. 4 wins, 1 draw, scoring 12 goals, conceding 5. And, tiebreaker up top with Notts County, 13 points. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in a bit.